Give me 1 second, Joe. Okay. All right. I didn't plan on going here tonight. Let me start off by saying that. I just had a really good time. I think I just did a really good show. I enjoyed myself and I laughed and we talked about some facts and some truth and shit was awesome. And then my wonderful wife, who I love dearly, sent me this video. And she sent me this video, and my wife sends me videos all the time. Shout out to my wife. She always sends me stuff that she thinks is interesting for me to look at, and we talk about a lot of stuff all the time. We talk about different things that we see. I mean, we dialogue quite a bit, me and my wife, and I love that about our relationship. And with just the things that we talk about, we talk about everything from politics, relationships, the shit that I do and shit I talk about. We talk about my boy Tommy Sotomayor. Shout out to you, Tommy, wherever you at on tonight. And like I said, we're pretty much on the same page. We disagree on some things, but for the most part, the we're on the same page with stuff. And she sent me this, and I didn't even talk to her back. I didn't even say anything else about it to her. I'm gonna really be transparent with y'all and just tell you where I'm at with this. This is coming from my heart. This is coming from, I don't know, you can, this is just me as a man, as Brian Redmond. And I'm a traditional type of cat. If some would say I'm old school. I'm the type of man that believes that men should be men. I'm a man's type of man. I believe that men should be the head of the household. I believe that men should be the one that calls the shots. All that shit, I believe it. I do have to shout out two people. First and foremost, I have to give a lot of credit to Tommy Sotomayor. And I'm going to say that because Tommy talks about the content that he puts out. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, it's fun. He's, in my opinion, my favorite YouTuber. He's one of the smartest brothers one of the smartest men I've ever met in my life. Very smart dude. And I appreciate that. He has helped me in numerous, countless ways. He has been a friend. And he has definitely been a good voice of reason to listen to, and I appreciate that. But in this instance specifically, one of the things that he talks about, and he covers mental illness, he covers abuse, he talks about black women, he talks about women, he talks about men, he talks about a lot of things. But when he talks about the way that our children are treated and how black women treat our children, and he talks about his own experience and what he reports in the news and things like that. One of the reasons why I don't do this, and I don't do it, is because it really disturbs me, and it bothers me to the point of anger. And I'm gonna say this, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. If I ever see somebody hurting a kid, there is no question that I'm stepping in. And I'm going to say you can raise your child however you want. You can, talk to your kid. You can explain to your kid, have your kid do this, do that, whatever the case may be. If I see someone physically hurting a kid, you best believe that I'm getting involved. And I'm getting involved because it's a damn shame how we defend, stand up for, boycott, we will band together, we will march, we will protest, we will do anything for our own selfish needs and what we believe is right, but we won't do shit for our children. And we won't do shit. When I say our children, I mean the children that we see every day, the children you see in the mall, the children you see at the store, the children you see in Walmart, the children you see in the streets. We are so quick to let people say, well, that's their business, and we don't step in. And the reason why I titled this video like this, and I usually try to share it, but I don't want to do it. But the reason why I titled this video like this, why a black woman and 4,709 people ain't shit, is because this is exactly what I came up with. Usually I try to think about a show. I try to think about what it is that we're going to talk about to try to make it catchy and entertaining. But this right here, this is so fucking atrocious. This is so disturbing to me that we let people not only do this and treat children like this, and this is a young teenager, that we don't even see that there's a problem with somebody getting corrected and getting abused. There is a fucking difference. And I'm going to show it to you tonight. That's exactly why I'm doing this particular video. The other part to this is I got to give a shout out to DJ Just J. I don't know if he's in here. I don't know if he's watching. But whatever you see this, tag him in it. Whatever. He needs to hear this. DJ Just J, okay, from the Soda You Dig, Now Doug, the Soda Podcast, my hat off to you. I salute you because you do something that I cannot. You have the stomach, the testicular fortitude, the balls, the gall, the audacity. You have the tenacity. You have the strength to talk about on a daily basis about the children that are being abused, murdered. And I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Most of the time, I can't watch your show because of the suffering that takes place. Yes, that's why when you first put on a show, I try to jump in, I try to drop my light, and I try to say what's up, because most of the time, I wind up not even being able to stomach it. One of the things that I don't like are bullies. If there's one thing in this world that I don't like, is a fucking bully. And I'm not talking about no internet bullying bullshit. I'm talking about bullies. I'm talking about those people that fuck with people because they have an advantage. They fuck with people because they see there's an opportunity. They fuck with people because they see that they're weak. I am what you call a sheepdog. I fucking hate the wolf. I look for the wolf. I want to fuck with the wolf. That's me as a man. That's me as a person. I am a sheepdog. So to everybody out there in the world that don't know me, when you see me, I'm the motherfucker looking people in the eye. I'm the motherfucker looking people in the face because of shit like this. That's why I'm so willing to dive on a motherfucker that's just flat out wrong. No, I'm not the person looking to start some shit, but if I see some shit going on, I'm going to be the first person to fucking end it or to step into it. This shit has got to stop. And the only way it's going to stop is for men to stand up and stop taking this bullshit. And I'm going to go ahead and say this before we go into the rest of it, until I show you this video. I hit a woman, well, not even a woman, a girl, one time in my life. And I'm going to tell you the story. Her name was Jalene Smith. And I was in the 4th grade. And Jalene Smith was fucking with me. And for those of you who don't know, when I was in grammar school, elementary school, in the 4th grade, I was the fat kid. I was the little fat round motherfucker that didn't do nothing but have fun, tell jokes, eat. I did half of my work half of the time, and I had a great time at school every day. I ran my mouth, I talked, I joked, I hung out with my buddies, and that's what I did. The one time I put my hands on a woman was in 4th grade. And the girl name was Jalene Smith. Went to school with her. I believe I think we Facebook friends. Shout out to Jalene. I believe she married now with kids and all that good stuff. Whatever. But what she did was we were talking about each other in class, and me being the Joneser that I am, I'm cracking jokes, saying whatever, I don't know. But it got to the point to where I was done, and she kept on and on. She kept pushing, and I was just like, you know what? Just whatever. Leave me alone. I'm good. Tapping out, whatever you want to call it. Just don't mess with me. I'm fine. Say what you're going to say. And she just kept calling me fat, and all this. And she had the audacity to stand up and say, I'm going to read. And I don't know what the fuck took so long for the teacher to be gone all this time, but there wasn't no teacher in the classroom. Miss Hare, wherever you are, if you're still alive, you was fucking around in the hallway, and you allowed me to go off the beaten path, and I wound up fighting a girl. And she stood up in front of the class, and she proceeded to read the definition of fat. It's so vivid, it's like crazy that I'm telling this story. She wanted to read the definition of fat in front of the class. And I was like, do what you gonna do, just stay the hell out of my face. She then proceeded to come and not only read it in front of the class, but she was going to read it in my face, like right here in my face. And I told her, I forewarned her, I said, you step in front of me, you get up in my face, I'm going to beat your ass. And she thought I was playing, and then she proceeded to read. And all I can remember was her saying with her dictionary, fat. A oily substance, and then I literally went raiding on her and pushed her into a sea of desk, and then began to wail on her several times until the teacher came and pulled me up off of her, got suspended, fine. Went home, my daddy got on my ass. My grandmama, she literally made me cry. And that was when my grandmama told me, shout out to Maddie Lou Clay. When she found out that I beat up a girl in school. I love my grandmama dearly, by the way. I love both my grandmamas. Shout out to Maddie Lou Clay. Shout out to Hazel Copeland. But when she was told that I hit a girl, she made me feel so bad because my grandmother told me how she used to fight my grandfather. Shout out to Elijah Bo Clay. And she told me how she should never ever hit a girl. And it was such an impactful moment in my life. I never touched another woman again. And I never had a desire to hit a woman. Never. Ever. Never put my hands on a woman. Now, I choke the shit out of No, I won't choke the shit out. I'll never put my hands on a woman. All jokes aside. Till tonight. This right here, I guarantee you, if I ever saw this, I would beat this woman. And I'm going to say this, and you can judge me and say whatever the hell you want to say. I would beat a woman like a man if I saw her doing this. If I was to walk into a room, into somebody else's house, that's how much of a badass I am over this right here. If I walked into somebody else's house, if I knew the person that was doing this to their daughter or to another human being, to another woman, another little girl, whatever you want to call it, I'm stepping the fuck in. We can fight in your house. We can get it cracking. I'm going to take it wherever you want to go, and then I'm going to take it further than that. Because of this right here. This is some of the worst shit I've ever seen. And like I said again, shout out to DJ, because I don't know how you do this, bro. Because this shit would weigh on me like it's weighing on me now. I couldn't do this every day. And the only reason why I'm doing this is because this shit is so terrible that I feel like we gotta start stepping in and stop letting this shit go. This shit is bad, man. And this shit is bad to the point to where if we are allowing this to happen to our people, then why do you think the other people in the world treat us like shit? Why do you think the other people of the world don't care about black people? That's why this is the reason why we feel like we gotta say Black Lives Matter. Because people don't believe the shit because we don't believe it. We don't believe this shit. And you watch this shit and you tell me what the hell you would do if you saw this trifling shit going on. And now for some reason I can't find the damn video. Oh, there we go. What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't turn it on. Duh. Here we go.
Ma, that's not. Ma.
You what? You what?
Ma.
So you decide. Okay, we got one.
Let me set this up real quick. So here's what's happening. Young girl has apparently, obviously, been out with her friends and was getting high and drinking. Girl looks like she's about maybe 14 to maybe 16 range. That's what she looked like. She's about that old. Was she dead ass wrong? Absolutely. Was she fucking with her health? Absolutely. Was she fucking with her life? Absolutely. Should she have gotten her ass chewed out? Sure should have. However, you don't need to do that shit on Facebook. This new phase of why parents think it's okay to humiliate and broadcast you disciplining your child on fucking Facebook, Instagram, or whatever fucking social media, there is no excuse for that. None whatsoever. And a parent that does it, you ain't shit. Plain and simple. And the fact that I said it's 4,709 people that ain't shit is because on this post, you will clearly see that there are 5,100 something plus likes. Out of them likes, you got 3,200 thumbs up, 1,200 hearts to where they love it. And then you got 309 laugh out louds. Then you have 161 wows. Oh my God. Then you have 116 sad face single tear. And then you got 65 angries. Well, 66, because I can add my fucking angry to that as well. So you think about it like this. Some 4,700 people. 4,700 people applaud, laugh, ha ha ha, thumbs up, or love this fucking video. And the fact that we are supporting this is the type of shit where you talk about niggas and black folks. This is why I hate niggas. Because 4,709 niggas up against, what is that? Let me do the fucking numbers real quick. 161 wows, 116 cry faces, and 66 fucking frowns. 343 of them out of 5,100 got some fucking sense. So less than 350 people up against 4,709 people. That's what we dealing with. And watch how this bitch treats this girl.
How dumb and fucking stupid you are. I'm gonna show how dumb and stupid you are. FaceTime me, y'all. FaceTime me.
Bitches waiting to beat her kid's ass to build an audience.
So you decide you want, that's what you want to do? Huh?
No.
That's what you want to do? You grown? You grown? I don't give a fuck what you not like. You grown?
You don't give a fuck?
You grown? You want to be out there, you want to smoke, and you want to drink, huh?
No.
That's what you want to do?
No.
So all the shit that I do and I give to you, you want to do that?
No.
You give to
That's what you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
No, Mom.
You think it's a joke out here, right?
No.
You think it's a joke out here? You know?
No.
Huh? You think it's...
Now, here's my first fucking problem with this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, she's beating the girl with like an extension cord. Alright? That's why she's on the floor curled up, because she's trying to fucking protect herself from her mama, who's supposed to be her protector. And let me tell you something. Yes, your kids will fuck up in life. But if your kid do some stupid shit, yes, you can hold your kid responsible and accountable for the actions that they take and the shit that they done. But you gotta own that shit too, because obviously you fucked up somewhere as a parent. And I don't give a fuck what you say. You take that shit in stride. Her failure is partially yours. That's just a fact. All that other shit about saying, oh, well, you can't tell your kid. Yeah, you know, at some point you gotta let your kid go off and do their thing and they fuck up. But the recovery part of them fucking up and understanding what they did, that's on you and how you break that shit down to them. And sitting here calling her a dumbass and whipping her to the point, the girl is fucking broken. Already. She's broken down already. And this bitch ain't gonna take no part in building her back up. But watch how she just does nothing but tears her down. Even more. And that's why I say this bitch is a ain't shit bitch and she's a bully.
It's a joke.
Oh, God.
You think it's a joke?
What did she say? You think it's a joke?
Mom. Huh? Mom, that's not even funny. Man, that's not even funny. Because you won't laugh. That's so embarrassing.
What's embarrassing? You know what's embarrassing, Brooklyn? You know what's embarrassing? You want to be grown and you want to have an audacity to fucking smoke and drink. You all the shit that I done?
Mom.
Get up.
Oh, my God.
Now she's gonna make her get up. Why she making her get up?
Really?
No, Mommy.
That's what you want to do? After all the shit I done to you for you?
See what she's doing?
All the shit that I done for you and that's what you want to go ahead and do?
No.
You want to go ahead and do
no.
what? You
I don't want to do anything.
You grown?
No.
So you want to go ahead and smoke because it was what? It was peer pressure? Ain't no fucking way anything can be peer pressure. Ain't no fucking way it can be peer pressure.
Can I tell you what happened?
I do too much shit for you.
She's trying to rationalize. She's trying to talk to her mom.
You grown?
No.
You want to go? You want to get out my motherfucking house?
No.
You want to get out my house?
No.
Ain't that much fucking peer pressure in the world? Do you understand me?
Yes.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
Don't we talk about this every day?
Yes.
You don't fucking know what the fuck you smoke.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you smoke. You don't know what's out here. Do you know I deal with this shit every fucking day? That these little girls is losing their fucking man.
You see that?
Do you know I do this every day? I fucking tell you stories every day about this. You want to do? That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
She's fucking shaking.
That's what you want to do. No.
That means that she's at the point to where her nervous system, she's fucking having a nervous fucking breakdown. She literally doesn't know how to respond or what to do.
Why? All the shit that I do for you, that's what you want to do. I'm not giving you shit. I'm taking every fucking thing I ever gave you, and you want to share room. And you don't get that part. You don't get that in here. You don't get that in here. Do you understand me? Don't I talk to your dumb ass about this? I talk to you every fucking day.
You see that? That's what she
I talk to you
does.
every day. Every fucking day about this shit. And you gonna do this. You gonna do this and you more scared about anything.
You see that?
You see that?
She literally doesn't know what to do.
Every views on this live is gonna see how you finna get fucked
Listen
up.
to
You ain't
her.
never.
She talking about
do you
the
understand me?
views.
You will not have a phone. You will share a room. Do you understand me? If you wanna be out there like you a grown, I'ma show you what grown is.
No,
Right.
I'ma show you what grown is.
Mom, I understand.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Can we talk about this?
Can we just
I
stop right
don't
now,
want to
please?
fucking talk to you.
See that?
How many times I talk to you? How many times did I talk to you?
See that shit?
A million times.
How many times did I talk to you?
A million. Oh, but
Do you see that shit?
How many
does
times?
oh, but
I constantly talk to you. These drugs ain't drugs out here.
Look, she didn't even make
They
it sense.
silent killers.
These drugs ain't drugs out here. What the fuck does that mean?
Out of everything, I constantly tell you over and over about the same shit. What you trying to be grown out here?
No.
What you trying to be fed?
What does that mean?
Hot ass girls that ain't got no fucking sense.
What does that mean?
You think you cute? You think I snatch every motherfucking?
So you telling me that a young teenage girl who's obviously experimented with drugs and alcohol, your response to that as a fucking adult is you think you grown, you think you cute, these drugs ain't drugs out here, and I'm gonna put it all on Facebook Live to teach you what? What does she learn from this? This ain't about nothing but her selfish ass. That's all this is about. There is no teachable point. There's no teachable moment. There is no education in any of this. This is flat out fucking abuse. And the fact that she pulling that shit with a kid, she's only doing it for one reason, because she fucking can, because ain't nobody there to stop her ass. This is why it takes two to raise a kid. This bitch is a tyrant. She's a fucking bully and a tyrant. Because I guarantee you, if I was in that house, I would fucking walk up in her and say, yeah, you that bad? Whoop me with an extension cord, bitch. Tell me what the fuck you telling her and see what the fuck I do. Because if you really badass and you really that bad with what you do, you gonna whoop a motherfucker, whoop me like that. That's what I be telling her ass. Hit me with this motherfucking extension cord. Let's see how strong you really are, bitch. Let's see how tough you really are with you and your words that don't mean make a fucking bit of sense and your extension cord. Let's see. Test your might, please. And I say that to every last one of them 4,709 punk ass motherfuckers who did the thumbs up and the hearts and the laughs, who thought this shit was funny and this was cool and right on, mama. Do your thing, mama. Try that shit with a grown ass motherfucker if you that tough. You really standing on what you standing on? Let me see you whoop an adult's ass the same way, the way you whooping on this kid, and then I give you your props and say, oh, you just being you. You just being a good person. Take this shit out to the streets and you go whoop on these other little young thugs out here on these streets, these young choppers, these young niggas that got these choppers. You that big and bad. Cause that's the same bitch that the minute some shit jump off or the minute that bitch get hit in her mouth, she wanna sit back with the I'm shocked face and call the police. She's a fucking coward. Only cowards do this type of shit. And she's trying to take on the title that she's a good mama. She's the classic example of an ain't shit bitch. Plain and simple.
They on the track at your head, cause you ain't cute up in here.
What does a cute have to do with anything?
You wanna go smoke? You don't even know what the fuck you smoke. What you smoke?
Listen to this shit.
What you smoke?
They said it was weed.
They said. What you follow? You fucking follower. What did you smoke?
Listen to that. You're a fucking follower.
What did you smoke?
What did you smoke?
Stand up right now. How you know it was weed?
Why you wanted to stand up?
Because
Put your motherfucking hand, cause I'ma bust your face.
You see that?
What did you smoke?
weed.
Put your hand down right now. Put your hand down. Put your motherfucking hand down.
Right.
Put your hand down, cause I'm finna hit you
What
so
the
hard.
fuck you think she's stupid? I'ma put my hand down so you can hit me on my shit?
What's the name of it? Well, what is it in it that you smoked?
I don't know.
You don't
She
know
does
what you smoked,
know.
so you just did it. You don't know what you smoked.
Yes.
Stand up. I'm not playing with you. Put your hand down. What did you smoke?
Weed.
What kind of weed?
I don't know.
You don't. Put your hand down.
And that just goes to show you how stupid the mother is. You're asking her a direct question and she's giving you a direct answer. She thought it was weed. She don't know. But you so fucking stupid and you so fucking busy trying to get likes that you can't even understand the fact that she knows she's fucked up. She knows she did something wrong and she doesn't know the full ramifications of what she did. But you so goddamn hell-bent on getting these likes up because you done went from 700 to 1,200 people watching this shit. And you got your 5,100 fucking K who done watch this shit, that it's cool and it's awesome and it's good and you getting your props because you think you being a good parent when you really just an ain't shit bitch who's bullying a kid because she's bigger than her, because she's her mother, and because she don't want to go up against her. Because what this bitch should do, she should take a fucking butcher knife and drive it in your fucking jugular and she'd be every fucking bit of right in the sense of the law because you got a fucking corner and you ain't doing nothing but beating her down because you a fucking bully and you a coward ass bitch. That's what you doing.
Put your hand down.
Look at you.
What did you smoke?
Who do that?
Put your hand down.
She don't even know.
You ain't got no beat. You don't know what it is. You don't know what was you drinking? Put your motherfucking hand down right now. You don't know what you was drinking?
I do.
What was you drinking?
Fabrizio.
Put your motherfucking hand down. Stand up.
You want me to put my hand down so you can hit me?
No.
Stand up. Put your hand. You want to be grown?
Yes.
You want to be? You want to be
Instagram live like I just got the.
This is not Instagram live. I'm showing Facebook why she thinks she on here making me think you cute. You ain't cute. You ain't cute. Cause you ain't got no crackhead ass mama. You ain't got no mama that don't give a fuck about what the fuck you do. Put your hand down.
You got an ain't shit mama.
Put your hand down.
And where's the father in all of this? Ain't that what DJ always say? Where's the father? No one
This
be
shit is
found.
real out here. Do you understand this? These little stand up.
Look at
They losing their man every day. They losing their man. They finding these little girls' bodies in a motherfucking alley, and you fucking telling me that's what you want to do? Put your hands down. Put your hands down.
What kind of shit is that?
Put your hands down. Stand up and put your motherfucking hands down.
Stand up, put your hands down so I can hit you and knock you back down.
I give you every fucking thing. Put your hands down. I give you everything. Stand up. Stand up. Right now. Stand up. Because I will snatch every fucking track out your head. And that's probably why I went wrong at. Do you understand me? That's why I went wrong at.
It's fucking terrible, man.
Do you understand me? That's why I went wrong at.
Who does this?
I gave you too much.
The girl is...
I gave you too much.
The girl is literally... And I'll shit y'all not, man. And I'm not no psychiatrist or no shit like that. But I'm telling you flat out. She is literally... You ever talk about a motherfucker being broken? She's literally broken. The girl has nothing left. She has nothing left. You talking about... When people say I've been mentally abused, when you hear women talk about, yeah, I was mentally abused as a kid, that's one thing to be mentally abused. This girl has literally been torn down to nothing. How do you think she really feels about herself? Fuck the whips. Fuck the scratches. Fuck the swollen marks. Fuck the hickeys. How do you think that little girl feels about herself right now? How do you think she feels about who she is right now? What do you think that little girl is thinking about herself? Her self-worth? What type of self-esteem do you think she has from her mother? The woman who birthed her. She birthed this child. What do you think she thinks about herself right now?
I gave you too much. And you gonna disappoint me like that? That's what you gonna do?
Making it about you.
You gonna disappoint me like that? Stand up, huh? You gonna disappoint me like that? And I brag on you, huh? And I brag on you. And them little goofy ass bitches that you was smoking with don't fucking count. You think they count? No. Do you think they count? Huh? Them little bitches ain't even got nowhere to go. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? Everything that you... I'm not giving you shit else. Do you understand me?
That's all she talking about.
Look at me. I'm not doing shit else. Tell your laugh. This your laugh. You got 1.7K viewers.
1,700 people watching that.
Tell them what you was smoking.
My weed, I was smoking.
No, tell them what I don't know.
The girl is having a nervous fucking breakdown.
Stand up. Stand up. How you telling me what you don't know in the weed? Girl, you move, I will break every fucking limb in your body.
She has nothing left. And the little that she had to even be able to speak, her mama wanted to beat it out of her. She literally wanted to beat her down to nothing. Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Now, let me go ahead and just take this all the way back around. You wonder why young girls wind up on the streets. You wonder why young girls wind up getting taken by pimps. You wonder why young girls wind up being strung out at 16, 15, 17, 13. You wonder why they run away from home as soon as they get old enough to get a job. You wonder why the R. Kellys of the world get to take advantage of girls like this. You wonder why these young girls wind up being pregnant at 15 and 16 because of women like that. Now, that girl has been going through that type of fucking abuse, that type of fucking punishment every time she does something her mama don't like. Because all her mama talked about is, you making me look bad. I brag on you. I bought you this. I buy you that. I put tracks in your head. I put weave in your head. I buy you all this stuff. I ain't buying you nothing else because you doing what I don't want you to do. So if I can't control you, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. And you talking about a ain't shit bitch at her finest right now. And yes, I'm gonna send this to the Facebook so that they can fucking look at this shit and hopefully lock this bitch up or throw her under the jail. But our system, and this is the facts, our system, they want to give the kid to the parent, to the mother, between the two parents. They want to do everything fucking possible to keep that kid with that mother. Especially when it comes to black folks. They want our black women raising all our kids because that's what they're going to do to them. And what do we say? Oh, that's just a mama. Her mama don't play. That mama don't play. She don't take no mess, boy. Shoo. That mama don't play no games. Shoo. That mama, she keep it real. She keep it 100. She making sure she raising her daughter right. The fuck out of here. Ain't no way you do that. You can't do that to a human being on the streets. So why should you be able to do it to a child and get hearts and thumbs up and laughs? Man, this is why, call me whatever you want to call me. This is why I hate niggas. This is why I hate niggas. Because niggas will applaud this shit. Niggas will thumbs up this shit. Niggas will love this shit. This is what we do. This is the black community. This is the ghetto. This is the hood. This is your neighborhood. Because everybody in this chat, everybody watching this fucking video that grew up in the same neighborhood, know a bitch like this, related to a bitch like this, done fucked a bitch like this, or actually right now today is living with a bitch like this. And we don't stand up. We don't do shit about it. We just say, girl, that ain't my business. Girl, that's her kid. Girl, I wouldn't do that to my daughter, but I understand. We condone a bitch like that. We understand a bitch like that. And all that bitch got to do is get on TV, go before a judge, and say, I was having a bad day, Your Honor. And the fucking judge going to say, you know what? You were a mom who was just having a bad day because we go through a lot as single mothers. And we're under a lot of stress and a lot of pressure. And sometimes we just have bad days and we have bad mommy moments. That's what the fuck they going to say to this woman. So yeah, we can send this to the police. Yeah, we can send this to Facebook. We can do all of that. But until we start treating people the way that they treat other motherfuckers, that's the only way that you understand. A savage cannot be reasoned with. A savage understands one thing, equal or greater force. And everybody can say what they want to say. Or you talking about hidden females. A bitch like that? Hell yeah. I would have punched that bitch square in her fucking face. I would have literally tried to fucking punch my fucking fist inside her fucking throat. That's what I would have wanted. I would have wanted to hit her so hard that I one hit quit, knocked her cold the fuck out. And then I would have woken her up with that fucking extension cord, whacking the dog shit out of her as if she was a fucking rented mule. People beat the shit out of a mule, let alone a rented, when you really don't give a fuck about it. That's what I would have done. You're talking about a person who laid hands on a woman once, and it was a little girl, and we were both the same fucking age in 4th grade back in fucking the 80s. And I would definitely cold cock this bitch. If I came into somebody's house, if I came into somebody's area and I saw them doing that to their kid, I don't give a fuck what that kid did. I would rock that bitch on the fucking floor and dare her to get the fuck back up and say a thing to me. That's the type of shit that a motherfucker like that only responds to. And men, dudes, niggas, thugs, y'all keep getting bitches like that pregnant and letting them raise y'all seeds. Y'all ain't doing y'all just as bad. Because her daddy ain't nowhere to be found or his punk ass in jail. And he may not have wanted that kid, but goddamn it, nigga, put on a condom, motherfucking pull up. Just stop fucking bitches raw. Stop being careless with your seed, man. Cause that little girl didn't ask for that. But she getting it. While your punk ass laid up with some other bitch, or you sitting up in a jail cell, or your punk ass is in a fucking grave. Your seed is suffering, man. Our seeds are suffering. And you want people to care about black folks when they see black folks treating each other like that? When's the last time you seen an Asian family doing that? When's the last time you seen a Jewish family doing that? When's the last time you seen a white family doing that on fucking Facebook, on fucking Live, on fucking Instagram? Because I know it's some dumbasses right now saying white folks abuse their kids too. Mexican people abuse their kids too. Asian people abuse their kids too. They just don't show it. Yeah, well, our dumbasses broadcast it. So fuck them and fuck you too. That's our fucking problem. We let this stupid shit corrupt our fucking minds over generations. Next generations, the generation after that, to the point to where we start to think that dysfunction is fucking functional. Yes, there was a time when we had to whoop ass. Yes, there was a time when kids got their asses beat. And you know why they did it? Because back in the fucking old days of slavery, back in the days of segregation, they died if they did shit wrong. A kid would die if they said the wrong thing. A kid would die if they went to the wrong place. A kid would die if they looked at a person the wrong way. They would lose their life. So what those parents did back then, they beat their kids into submission so that they wouldn't die. We don't live in that fucking world now. And to all the fucking pro-blacks that's gonna say, yes we do, we in modern day slavery. Well, what the fuck do you call this when a mother does that to her own kid willingly and then broadcast it? That ain't the white man, motherfuckers. That ain't the racist system that we live in, assholes. That's an ain't shit bitch having complete autonomy over another life. And our dumbasses try to cover it up and try to say, oh, that's how you love. That's tough love. That's taking care of your seed in a tough world. No, that's stupid shit that we've allowed to become dysfunctional to the point where we think it's functional. We think that's the right thing to do. If you watch that and you laugh, if you watch that and you say you understand, if you watch that and you think that that's good, you watch that, you think that's tough love, you are the fucking problem. You are the nigga I want to kill themselves. You are the nigga I want to shoot. You are the nigga I want to punch in the fucking face. You are. That is a humanity problem, man. That's inhumane to do a person like that, let alone a child, and even more so your own. Do you know how much you have to not give a shit to hurt your kid like that? I can't fathom touching my daughter that way. I can't fathom speaking to my daughter that way. And God bless the soul who does my daughter that way. There is no phone call that will be made on your behalf. There is no explain to me why you did this. There will be nothing but equal and greater force met with someone that does my daughter that way. So I know that I'm right in what I'm saying and what I'm feeling right now, because there is nothing that would let me do that to my child. And I'd be damned if I would let somebody else do that to my child. And I'd be damned if I watch that get done to somebody else's child. So you best believe everybody out there in parent land, everybody out there in nigga land, everybody out there in America, whatever you want to call it, if I see somebody doing some shit like that, you're going to have to deal with me, partner. You dealing with me. You got a problem with me. Because I got a problem with you. I'm in your space, in your area. I don't give no fucks. Test your mic, nigga. That's what you gonna hear. That's what I'm on. Yes, I'm gonna say something. Yes, I'm getting involved. Yes, I'm putting my nose in where it don't belong. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm getting it cracking. That's on everything I love. Now, test my mic, nigga. And when men start behaving like that and we start caring about each other like that, we ain't got to worry about no white folks caring about us. We ain't got to worry about no Black Lives Matter caring about us. We care about us, people will respect us, and they will care about us. Stop making all this shit all the time about color and the man and the system and the racist. Because it ain't that. Sometimes it's just a thing about doing the right thing and doing the humane thing as a person, man. I hated to fucking go there. I hated to do this tonight. I did not have the intentions on doing this tonight. But this shit, it fucking struck me to the core. And I could not, I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight if I hadn't got this shit off. I'm sorry for the rant. I'm sorry for the language. Whatever the case may be. But damn it, I'm tired of seeing this type of shit going unchallenged. Yes, it's happening. Yes, it's out there in the world. But the more that we don't say shit, that's why it's only 343 people that had a problem with it. And 4,709 applauded it. Because the black people, the humane people, we decided to say it's not our business. And all that shit about how people talk about, man, what the way they paint black folks, it ain't really like that. This is living fucking proof. Out of 5,100 some odd people, 4,709 are cool with this shit. And only 343 are opposed to it or have a problem with it or were even sad about it. And the fact that that number is more staggering to where it was only 66 people or 65 people, 66 people that actually were angry about it, that lets you know it's 116 people that was sad. And 161 that were wowed by it. I went there. I was initially wow. I said, wow, what the fuck? When my wife sent it to me, then I got sad. Like, I can't believe she doing this little girl like this. And then I got angry. And then I got here. And I got onto my fucking bag. I got onto my soapbox. Because this is the type of shit that we have to talk about. This is the type of shit that we got to start calling out when we see this shit, when we hear it downstairs from our neighbors, when we hear it upstairs from our neighbors, when we see it next door, when we see it across the street, when we see it in the Walmart parking lot, when we see it in the Walmart checkout line, when we see it in the fucking hood corner store, when we see it in the bodegas, when we see it on your block. This is the shit that you got to start stepping up for and saying, no, we done with this. You want to do that shit, you ain't going to do it around me. Because if you do it around me, I'm going to do it to your ass. Fuck that. Oh, mom, don't do this. Mom, don't do that. No, bitch, you need to stop. And if you don't, I'm going to knock your ass out. Hit a motherfucker in the mouth because of that shit. As opposed to just saying, oh, I'm going to call the police and get the police out here. Knock them out, then call the police. You're well within your right. I thought she was going to kill her, Your Honor. I'm sorry, man. I hated to go there, but I had to. Shout out to man, again, man, DJ. I don't know how you do it, bro, but I'm glad you do. We need more people like you. If you ain't subscribed to the Soto podcast, you need to. And, bro, thank you for what you do. Because I couldn't do this every day. I couldn't. This shit fucks with my vibe. My whole fucking vibe right now is just fucked. I need to just chill. I need to finish my little glass of wine and just call it a night and relax. But I saw you still here. I salute you, bro. Nothing but love for you, man. Because you do some shit that I can't do. So I got big respect for you. But you do some shit that needs to be done because it's a detriment to our people that we do each other like this. It's sad. It's terrible. And the fact that we want to get together and march for fucking Gucci, the fact that we want to protest Gucci, the fact that we want to sit around and tear down R. Kelly, I'm with all that shit, but the fact that you motherfuckers won't make this go viral, the fact that motherfuckers will applaud this is our problem. This is the fire that's burning in our house while we talking about the shit that's burning 2 blocks over. Because what do you think that little girl is going to become? What do you think that little girl is going to be subject to now? That's the type of shit that a pimp prays for. Facts. A pimp wants to meet her. He will have that little girl hoeing in 2 weeks. Because all he got to do is take her away from her mama and buy her some shit. And she'll say, at the end of the day, whatever this motherfucker might do to me is better than what I got at home. Because I'm living with a fucking tyrant bully who obviously don't love me. There is no love in that. Nowhere. There is no caring in that. Nowhere. And any motherfucker that try to say otherwise, email me and prove it. Call me and prove it. That shit is terrible, man. I thank y'all for tuning in. For those of you who have, appreciate the likes. Don't, you know what? Let me see if anybody donated, man. Just because I don't want to be disrespectful and just not say something, man. But man, I'm like, dude, shit is terrible, man. That shit is fucking terrible, man. That we allow people to treat our kids like that. That we allow people to be treated like that. It's terrible, man. Man. Shout out to Jayden Lapsley. Thank you for your donation. Get them, brother. Wish I had more, man. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Everything counts, man. Ha. DJ Just J said, this is the exact story so many black children have lived and survived through. Facts. That is why I say corporal punishment is a shitty way to parent and discipline. No parent should hit a kid, yell at a kid, nor cuss at a kid. They cannot defend themselves. Also, thank you for the shout out. Hey, bro, and you can even, man, vouch for this. I initially I saw this. I sent this to DJ and to Tommy because I didn't want to touch this. Like I said, I don't have I can't. It's too stressful for me. I just didn't want to touch it, but it just stayed with me and stayed on me to the point where I had to do something. I had to say something. So it's like I try my best not to do this type of stuff because I can't handle it. When I see a bully, I step the fuck in, man. I remember one time I fought 6th grade. I fought Richard Dabney. Dude I grew up with, childhood friend to this day. Shout out to Richard Dabney. I fought Richard Dabney in my socks in the classroom because he was picking on my teacher. That's the type of dude I am. So from being a woman beater in 4th grade to being a sheepdog standing up for my teacher in 6th grade, that's just the type of person I am. I don't like for people to just you can't bully people around me, man. You just can't. And we all should feel that way. And I ain't expecting you to be a boxer to go ahead and do what you're going to do and knock everybody out to do something wrong. But I do expect you to say something, call the police. And the fact that there was somebody else in there talking about that, watching that, they just to blame too. We got to stop letting that type of shit go down, man. There's no excuse for that. No excuse whatsoever. Shout out to Leroy Agnew, thank you for your donation, sir. I appreciate it, man. That's good looking. But, man, I tell you, man, y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Shout out to Tommy for doing what he does. Shout out to DJ for doing what you do. I love y'all brothers, man. It's an honor to be a part of Soto Nation and all that good stuff, man. And I just want to say thank y'all for doing what I cannot. I appreciate it, man. I'll try to stick to my niche. I try to stay in my lane as best I can, man, because this ain't for me. It's just not. It's just not. And I just want to say I thank y'all for doing what y'all do, man. Once again, man, I apologize if I offended anybody, and I apologize for coming out my bag and coming off my square like I did. But this warranted enough emotion in me to where I had to say something, and I'll never be the guy that will just sit back and let something like this go on and not say nothing. I'm gonna ask everybody that's watching this, if y'all see some shit like this, don't send that shit to me. Don't. Send it to DJ, send it to Tommy, because they good at it. This ain't for me. And I know how to stay in my lane. I really do. So I thank y'all for taking the time, for watching it. I had even gotten to the point where I was so pissed off, I was going to read off the names of the people who thumbed this up and who hearted and laughed at this post. But it ain't even about that. But I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. I'll try to do something tomorrow. Maybe have some fun. Maybe talk about some R. Kelly or something like that. But I'm tapped for the night, guys. Y'all take it easy. Peace. And I'm out, man.